Hi everyone. In today's class, we are going to learn about types of clusters. It is about types of clusters. First of all, we would see what is a cluster. Cluster is a collection of data objects that are similar to one another and thus can be treated collectively as one group. What it is? Cluster is a collection of data objects. For example, okay, here I have many data objects. These are the, assume these are the data objects. Okay, now these are the collection of data objects. Then these are similar to one another. Okay, so if you will observe each and every data point, one data point is similar to another data point within this group. Okay, this total collectively, this group as is known as a cluster here. Okay, it's a collection of data objects that are similar to one with another. If you'll observe this point and this point, these two are similar to one another. Not only these two, you may check this one or this one. So what are the similar features of these points within this cluster? Okay, one is color and one is shape, third one is size. Okay, these are the three different features of each and every data object. So that the three data objects have three, sorry, all the data objects have the three features are same for the all the data objects or similar, right? So this particular data points, group of data points are called the cluster here, right? Then what are the types of clusters? We have total 5 types of clusters are there. First one is well separated clusters. Second one is center based clusters. Third one is contiguous clusters. Fourth one is density based clusters. Fifth one is property or conceptual based cluster. Okay, these are the different types of clusters. Let us discuss one by one. What is the first one? First one is well separated cluster here. Okay, what is a well separated cluster? A well separated cluster is a set of points such that any point in a cluster closer to every other point in the cluster. Okay, right, which means, for example, okay, these are one kind of data points, and so I have this is one cluster. Assume I have some other data points. Okay, and make these data points also one cluster. Now, what is well separated clusters here is the data points in one cluster, okay, are similar to all the data points within that particular cluster. Okay, assume this is one data point. If you want to know about this. So this particular data point may be similar to this point and similar to this point, this point, this point, and this one. Okay, so one data object is similar to each and every data point within that same cluster, right? In the same manner, if you'll observe this one also, okay, if you observe the heart symbols, these heart symbols also, if you want to know about the heart symbols, okay, each data point within a cluster, okay, should be similar to all the data points, should be similar to all the data points within the particular cluster, right? Each point is closer to all of the points in its cluster than to any point in another cluster, right? So if we have the clusters like this, then these kind of clusters are called well separated clusters, right? If the data points within the cluster, each data point within the cluster has similar features with all the data points of that cluster, and that does not have the features with other cluster data points, okay, it does no need to match, no need to match the data points within another cluster here, okay. So this concept is called well separated clusters. A well separated cluster is a set of points such that any point in a cluster is closer to every other point, is closer to every other point in the cluster, okay, within that cluster, than to any point not in the cluster. So this is also same, okay, all the points are separated, this is one cluster and this is another cluster, right? Next one is center based clusters, okay. Center based clusters, a cluster is a set of objects, a cluster is a set of objects such that an object in a cluster is closer to the center of a cluster, center of a cluster, okay. First of all, we would find center point of a given cluster. Assume, okay, these are the one group, another group, two clusters are there here, and each and every cluster may have some data points, okay. Okay, these are the data points I have. Okay, these are one set of data points, and it will take some another set of data points here. Okay, these are different data points within two clusters, right? Now we now we need to find out a center point. We need to find out a among all these data points, which one is a center data point, okay. Assume suppose this is the center point. So now we are going to consider the data points which data points are near to this particular center point. That particular point only we are going to take the consideration. Okay, so the data points within a cluster, okay, are near to the center point, must near to the center point. Okay, then that kind of clusters is called center based clusters here. Not only this, if you will take this one, this cluster also, first of all we need to find out a center data point. So now we are going to check the distance between this center cluster into other objects here. Okay, 1 2 3 and 4 5 6, like that. What is the distance between the each and every data point within this center point, with this center point, by calculating the Euclidean distance? Okay, by calculating Euclidean distance we can find out the distance between the center point with other data points, isn't it? Okay, I'll take one more example. Assume I have one more data set. If it is a continuous values, okay, assume this is my, okay, here I have some here I have some values, 1 5, okay, 20 and 10, 10, 16, 11. Okay, assume now these are the data points you have in your data set. So now you can find out the average or mean value or median value for this given continuous values. Suppose assume you may get the center point is this one. 10 is your center point now. Now, okay, you need to, 10 is the center point, right? After calculating the average with these values. Okay, now we can tell what is the distance between, now this data point is near to or similar to 10. 1 is similar to 10, 20 is similar to 10, 16 is similar to 10, 11 is similar to 10, and 5 is similar to 10. Even 9 is also there, assume 9 is also there. Okay, 9 is also almost similar to 10. Okay, whatever the data points we have within a cluster, those almost nearby the centroid, center point, whatever we have chosen. Okay, if suppose there is one more value that is I assume that is some 80. Okay, 80. So 80 is near to 10. Obviously, no. Why? Because in this particular cluster, the maximum distance is in between center point to this 20. It is 10 only. The maximum difference is 10 only. Okay. Whatever the points with the maximum distance is 10, then only we are going to consider those points into a cluster. We can avoid the other data points. Okay, and from 1 to 10 also distance 10, 20 to 10 also distance 10, but for the remaining data points the distance is very low, isn't it? So maximum I may take the distance in between the data point and centroid is 10. So but in between 10 and 80 how much distance is there? Literally 70, isn't it? So it's not near to a center point. That's why this particular data point is called outlier. It's not belonging to this group, this cluster. Okay, we can consider this kind of data points as outliers, right? Okay, suppose if you have continuous values within your cluster, then by calculating the average, okay, or mean value or median value. Okay, you can find out the center point. Based on that center point, now you are going to calculate the calculate the other data points similar, whether the other data points within a cluster are similar to 10 or not. If those are similar to 10, okay, those are belonging to a cluster. Otherwise, if the distance is more in between those points, then those are not coming into this particular cluster, right? Again, we will see this center-based cluster definition. A center-based cluster is a set of objects such that an object in a cluster is closer to the center of a cluster than to the center of any other cluster. The center of a cluster is often centroid. Okay, we can call the center of a cluster is called a centroid. The average of all the points in the cluster or middoid. Okay, middoid, here we can find out the average, or if it is a continuous values, you can calculate the average, then that make that particular point as centroid. After make that particular point as centroid, now we can add the data points to this particular cluster, or you can make the cluster based on the distance between the center point and the similarity between the center point and the given data object, right? This is a center based cluster. In center based cluster, first of all, we would represent one node as a center node. Then you can check the each and every data point is similar to or near to that particular center point or not. Right. This is the second one. And coming to the third one, contiguous clusters. So a cluster is a set of points such that each point in a cluster is closer to one or more other points in the cluster than to any point. Okay, which means in contiguous clusters, the data points, whatever you have within a cluster, okay, assume this is one cluster. This cluster has different data points. Okay, these are the data points I have in my cluster, right? So now you can find the similarity of this data point. This data point, okay, must similar to at least one of the data points within a cluster. What it is? Contiguous means each point is closer to at least one point in its cluster. Okay, you may check this particular point is similar to at least one point within a cluster, then that particular cluster is called. No need to, it's not important. Okay, it's not mandatory. This particular data point has similar features with each and every one of the data points of a cluster. At least it can be matched with one data point within that cluster, then this particular data point is belong to this cluster only, right? Continuous clusters means, okay, now assume this is the data point I have now. Okay, is it near to, is it belonging to this cluster or not? I need to find out. Okay, at least, okay, it may be little difference to maximum difference to this one. sorry, maximum near to this one. Okay, a size or a color or something, say shape, something, isn't it? So no need to check with other points. Just here we are going to check with only one object. Now I'm taking only consideration into this object and this object, the features of this particular object and this particular object. Now it is matched to this object. So automatically this new data point is belonging to this group only. You can make this, okay, cluster like this. This kind. So what it is? It is a cluster is a set of points such that a point in a cluster is closer to at least one or more other points in the cluster. At least one, or you may take some number of data points. Okay, then that kind of clusters, if you form the clusters by considering these points, then that is a contiguous clusters here. Next one is density based clusters. Density based clusters means here we are going to find out the density, which means the data points. Okay, now here I have two clusters. This is cluster 1 and this is cluster 2. Okay. If you observe these two clusters, what is the difference between these two clusters? This is a small cluster with, it is a small cluster with more number of data points, high density. Okay, more number of data points we have within this cluster. But if you'll observe this one, okay, this cluster is very big one, but we have less, only 5 number of data points within it. Okay, this kind of cluster is a low density cluster, high density cluster, low density cluster. Okay, isn't it? So this, if you make the cluster by using by based on the density, okay, then such kind of clusters are called density based clusters. Actually, if you will observe these two clusters, this cluster data points and this cluster data points both are same, isn't it? Okay, here these are not the, actually these are not independent and separate data points. All data points are same, but why did I make these data points into two separate groups? Based on the density, based on the density, isn't it? So these are under one group. I make it high density data points into one group and low density data points in another group. Okay, so what is a density based cluster algorithms? A cluster is a dense region of points. A cluster is a dense region of points which is separated by low density regions from other regions of high density. Okay, it is used when the clusters are irregular or intertwined and when noise and outliers are present. When we are using this kind of density based clusters, okay, density based clusters are using, okay, to find out the noise or outliers of that particular data, right? So if you will count or if you will take only high density data points than the low density data points, we won't consider much about these data points. Okay, these are the low density data points. The cluster is big one, but the data points are very low. From this data, we didn't get much information. But you have this kind of data means we can get a lot of information. Based on this data, we can observe many things, isn't it? Okay, this is about density-based clusters. And coming to the next one, property or conceptual based clusters. Okay, these clusters, these are the clusters. It finds a clusters that share some common property. Okay, it finds the conceptual clusters or the clusters that finds the clusters that share some common property here, right? For example, if you can observe this data point, these data, okay, these particular data points are belonging to this group, which means this is example for a overlapping clustering. What is overlapping clustering? If you have two clusters, okay, this is one cluster and this is another cluster. Okay, these two clusters may have different data points, isn't it? Okay, this is one kind of data points, and here you have in this place you have another kind of data points, right? These are the different data points, but whatever the data points, okay, at this area are belonging to the both groups. Some properties of this data points are belonging to this group, some properties are belonging to this group, isn't it? Right? So the points in a cluster share some property, some general properties that derives from the entire set of points. Okay, points in the intersection of the circles belonging to both these points. Okay, whatever the points we have represented within the intersection, these are the points within these belongings to both clusters. You may call this property based clusters, or this is belonging to overlapping clustering, isn't it? Already we have seen in yesterday's class, right? Okay, this is about today's class. What we have discussed in today's class: cluster and the types of cluster. How many types of clusters? 5 types: well separated, center based, contiguous, density based, and property or conceptual based. Right? Thank you.